Hello, everyone. I'm Lobby Clint. Welcome to Inner Peace Time. As always, it's great to be here online with everyone here online, as well as here in person, here at the Toronto Center, as today is our first hybrid class where we get to have people in person as well as all of you online. So let me say hello to everyone. Hi, Eric. Hi, Kaisi. Hello, Silly Goose. Hi, our members in Texas. Hello, Julie and Hakuzo on YouTube, and everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch. Of course, if you are watching on Facebook, I am streaming to several pages at once. So if you don't see my face in the top corner, as you know, I can't see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply, as many of you already know. And hello, Beverly. Thanks for saying hi on YouTube. No, it's always great to be here with you all. Getting this time to just come in, enjoy some meditation. And I see more people came in. Hello, Juan. Uh, Hello, Pat. Hi, Wendy and John. Thanks for joining here on Zoom. Yeah, last night for our Friday class, we had a little technical difficulties with Zoom. For some reason, it didn't turn on. I found out it should be better later. Hi, Krista. See you walked in. Thanks for joining in. So, as always, when we meditate, remember that meditation has just two steps: relaxation and awareness. As we practice, you don't need to force, you don't need to push. We have to just take our time. If you try to push too hard, you end up feeling more tense and you actually block yourself. As I always tell you all, you have to let go of your expectation. The expectation really does hold you back. It's an invisible wall. And it's like it starts off as you want this to happen, you're expecting it to happen, then there's a lot of anticipation, which actually holds you back like crazy. So, what we need to do is let it all go. Be like a child. Imagine you're 5 years old. No worries, no regrets, no responsibilities, no expectation. Simply take that time to release, relax, enjoy. So, as we practice together, another thing to remember is since it is like a mini vacation, and also think of it like you're going to the theaters, our job is to sit back, relax, enjoy the show. You don't have to get up on stage and begin acting, and you don't have to be a director. Our job is simply observe, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And just like going to the theaters, some movies you enjoy, some movies, not so much. And that's okay. Still, our job is simply to sit back, relax, enjoy the show. So I see more people came in. Hello, Tiago. Hi, Pinui. Thanks for joining in. And hello, Ana Maria. Thanks for joining on YouTube. Okay, then, as always, let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. And once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. And before we continue, Remember to let go of all your expectations. Whatever you think or know is supposed to happen, forget about it. Let yourself feel as innocent as a child. So allow that childlike innocence to flow. Allow yourself to release and relax. And remember to take your time. You don't have to rush. You don't have to force. Meditation is a mini vacation. It should never feel like work. So as we practice, allow yourself to relax, to be comfortable, to feel at ease. As we allow our body to release and relax, let your mind slow down. Bring it down to just one thing, your meditation object or image. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all, whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. And allow your mind to stay with that one thing, relaxingly and comfortably. You don't have to focus too intently. It's like looking out at a scenic view. You don't focus directly on one particular detail. Let you take the whole thing in all at once. So as we visualize, it's like we are aware of it, but not trying to focus too much to it. It's a gentle and relaxing focus, which at first seems like it's very weak, not very strong. But in reality, when our body and mind are in sync, relaxed body, relaxed mind, the focus becomes very strong, but it's comfortable, not forceful. Just like lighting a match with the sunlight. We use a magnifying glass or lens, but you don't have to force it into position. We simply lift it at the right angle and the right distance. And when it's just right, a spark, poof, the match is lit. Just like our meditation, it doesn't need to be strong or forceful. Light and gentle, just the right balance, and everything will fall into place the way it's supposed to. So take your time. Relax your body. Relax your mind. And if your body feels any discomfort, feel free to adjust. We meditate for inner peace, not Instagram. And what I mean is, you don't have to be picture perfect. You don't have to look perfect, but you should feel perfect. So when you don't feel perfect, allow yourself to adjust into your new perfect position. And if your mind begins to wander, as it naturally will, don't be too hard on yourself. You are normal. The good thing is, now you are aware of it. Because when you're aware, you can do something about it. So when you realize your mind is wandering, just gently bring your mind back to your center, back to your object. You don't have to force, you don't have to push. Many masters like to call it the monkey mind. Just as a monkey jumps from tree to tree, our mind will jump from thought to thought. But instead of a monkey, I like to think of a baby or a toddler just learning to walk. And this little baby loves to explore, goes all over the place. Sometimes it's places we feel they are safe, no problem. But sometimes it's not a safe area. We don't want them to go there. So what do? We just gently pick them up, bring them back to the safe spot. We don't scold them, we don't yell at them, or get mad. We forgive, we're caring. Think of your mind like a little baby. Even if we look in the mirror and we see an adult, our mind is actually more like a child, curious and always wandering. When you start to care for your mind like you care for a child, you give yourself that extra delicate care to be more gentle, not forceful. It allows you to go in deeper, easier, because you're allowing yourself a much more gentle way to balance. So take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. And let your mind slow down. Even if it only slows down by a little bit, do not look down on your progress. Even one step forward is better than not moving at all. So take your time. Little by little, we'll find our peace. And once we find it, it becomes easier to obtain. And as we obtain more and more, it stays with us longer, and it follows us into our daily lives. Son mo araham son mo araham son mo araham. And now let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Remember, take your time. Relax your body, relax your mind. As we continue to practice, there will always be some seemingly distractions outside, random noises or sounds. But this is my tip for you all. If there's a random noise or sound, and at first it's bothering you, I recommend smile. Smile to start to change your mindset. Instead of being annoyed or frustrated with the noise from outside, think of it as encouragement or a reminder to center. For example, if a dog is barking outside, I tend to imagine it's cheering me on, saying you can do it in its own language. Or sometimes a car or motorcycle whizzing by, or an airplane full of people cheering me on. We can't always change the volume of the noise outside, but we can change the way we feel about it. Noise in general is very neutral. It only has a positive or negative feeling when we add it to it. So next time there's a noise or sound that seems to bother you, try out my trick. Try to smile and think of it as something else. Encouragement, a reminder. And little by little, you'll find yourself meditating more comfortably, even through lots of seemingly distractions. Araham. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean, and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our bodies, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from you, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city, filling the state or province, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world and out throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our coworkers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sappe Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanchayang Palang Arahanta Nanchate Chenarakam Panta Misapaso Sapaputanupavena Sapathammanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. And now very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? Take a moment to notice how you feel now that we finish the session. And I know you hear me say this every time, but it's important to remember that. Notice what worked, what didn't work. Because every session is either a good session or an almost good session. There are no bad sessions. As each time we learn what works for us, so try and do it again. And what didn't work this time, then we know not to do that again. Each time inching forward, starting to find the best way for you. So, before we go into questions and comments, I wanted to give you a nice refresher to remind everyone the 4 C's: to have comfort, consciousness, consistently, and then, of course, taking time to consider, like we just did right now. Of course, relaxation and awareness are the first 2 steps: comfort and consciousness, and needing them consistently, because relaxation and awareness are like your railroad tracks to success. We need to have them consistent. That way we can keep moving forward. And then we consider to help us achieve or make it easier to continue to get better and better. So I hope you all keep up the practice and don't forget the 4 C's. As of course, as I mentioned before, this is a recipe for success. So practice, okay? And now I open the floor to you all. As I see, oh, more people have come in. Hello, Antonio and Anna Clark on Facebook. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so let's see here. So as you guys can see, today I'm at our center, a little bit different than usual. Normally you can see my face very clearly. Right now I'm just kind of a dark blob far away. But it's good to be here. Oh, I see a few questions already. So Hakuzo's asking, what is the worst condition that meditation can help someone recover from? I would say not so much what's the worst thing, but it's more so whatever you're dealing with, you can gain some clarity and it can heal. Will you heal completely? That's all up to karma. As there have been some people who have gone on meditation retreats that have healed from their ailments. Some particularly from our own staff have went to the doctors and realized they have cancer. So they went to do a meditation retreat and said, okay, well, if I don't have much time left, at least I want to find time to find peace. And when they went back, the doctor couldn't find the cancer. It was cured. Now, I'm not saying that everyone can do this, but this is just some examples that where it has happened. And like I've shared with you guys before, meditation is not a cure-all necessarily, but it's a way to help us find some peace, find some calm, which allows our body to start to heal the way it should. Why we say meditation relieves stress, which makes us happier and healthier. Because when you're not stressing, everything's healing the way it's supposed to. You're regenerating the way you're supposed to. And sometimes a lot of these ailments, it's due to our own stress, not allowing us to heal, or our own bad habits. So, I wouldn't say that meditation necessarily heals everything, but it can help us in our own healing. Okay? As I know from my own experience, like you've asked about my leg. Thanks to my meditation, I'm sure that that's what helped me heal faster from not stressing out over things, being able to take it slow instead of rush into trying to run instead of learning to walk first. Right? So, not so much cure all, but it can definitely help us move forward. Okay? Another question from Hakuzo. He says, should someone try to actively meditate if they are in a poor mindset to try to improve it? This one can be both good and bad. If you just started meditation and you're having this mindset, not so much, especially if you're sitting alone. Because when you're alone with your thoughts, it doesn't necessarily get better. You tend to keep on making it go in a circle, and it's like you keep on making it fester and make it worse. So if you already know how to meditate, it can help because you know what to do, you know how to find your peace already, or you've been practicing already. In that case, yes. But if you're brand new, I would recommend some kind of activity first, something that helps you feel at ease. Suppose you like to walk in the park, have a walk in the park. You like to listen to music, listen to music. These are all good ways to prepare you before going to meditation. It's a good transition. It's a way of getting us away from whatever we're thinking of at that time to be able to start to let go, and then eventually we can go into meditation. It's like if you come back from work and you just had some drama, you're going to be thinking about it in meditation for sure. But if that just happened and then you kind of sit in your car first, release, relax, try to let go for a bit, listening to music, doing something else, and then come in to meditate, it'll be easier. You'll still think of it, but it'll be less than if you went straight to it. That's why a transition period is actually very, very important. It's good to do that also. Okay. Another question. Oh, how big was the class live today? One whole person, at least here for this session. But that's just because we had 2 sessions before this also. And uh, but we opened up for our kind of open house or housewarming party and letting everyone know. We had a pretty good turnout, and I'm very glad I got to meet a lot of our neighbors. So, yeah, it's always good to meet a lot of new faces. Okay. Oh, hello Nolan. Thanks for saying hi. Okay, Wendy says, can you talk more about maximizing positive thoughts and emotions and minimizing negative ones? Okay. So, when it comes to positive thoughts, it's all about practicing, okay? So, for example, if you are in a state of depression, everything seems gray. There is just no color in your life. It's like that's just how you're going to feel. It'll be very challenging to find some positivity. And that's why we start to look for it in every little thing. As I have showed with you guys before, if anyone follows me on Instagram, there would be some pictures that I would take pictures of very tiny flowers or tiny little things that people say, "Whoa, what is that? How come I've never seen this before?" And I'm like, "Oh, you've seen it before for sure. You just didn't take the time to really notice it." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Then I zoom out and you can see that it's this tiny little flower that's in the grass, and it just grows in the spring or in mud. Nobody ever notices it because it's so tiny. But then getting in close to take a picture of it and go, wow, that's a pretty flower. Where is that? It's been around you the whole time. Looking for these little things is like the positives in our life, trying to find it. It's that when we take the time to look for it, it pops up easier. But when you're not looking for it, you never see it. And it's all about practice. So practicing to wake up and just look for something positive. For example, like I tell you guys to smile. One thing I recommended to my friend is as soon as you wake up, we all go to the restroom, right? So look in the mirror and smile. I'm like, what? Why? I'm like, one, the first person you see is smiling back at you. And number two, if you don't smile much, that way you can see how much smile is enough. Because if you don't smile often, you might start to smile kind of creepy. So that way you can practice for yourself and go, oh, okay, this is enough. Some people a smile is okay. Some people a grin is plenty. So that's where you can start to lift yourself up little by little, and then kind of shake yourself into a good day. With negativity, now you're all going to have. It's human nature. We look at negatives and we find them easily. It's partly evolutionary. We look for whatever's not right in our understanding because it's for survival. If it doesn't look right, it's probably dangerous. But instead of that, we have to try to look at it and then try to be neutral. Seeing the negative doesn't mean that everything's negative because there's going to be a lot of good and bad in everything we look at. But when we take the time to see, okay, this is the bad, fine, this is just reality. But at the same time, there's also good. So for any time that you start to see negatives or you feel they are negative, start to look for the positive in that negative. You'll be surprised. You'll be able to find it a lot because it usually is kind of together. They tend to go together. So it's a practice. We are gaining a new skill to start to look for more positive. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that everything's going to be butterflies and rainbows. That's too much. Okay? That starts to go into the line of toxic positivity. Suddenly you're the problem because everything's okay, but you're actually the one causing problems. So uh, use positivity the right way. It's a way to help lift us up so we don't feel like we're in a horrible situation all the time. It can be bad, but when we start to look for the positive, it helps us find the way, helps us see the light. And then we can find our way out. Okay. Thank you for your questions, everyone. As now time has come to a close for our usual session, I'd like to give you all a blessing before we go. Oh, but first, this Monday, it's our new moon meditation. So if you want to send me a picture of your relatives you'd like me to send loving kindness that we can do together, please do let me know or send it over. And if a little late, it's okay. Once I put it on the digital altar, it'll be there forever, and we get to send that our loving kindness to them every time. So, before we go, I'd like to give you all a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling. Let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, see you guys next time. And for those on Zoom or here in person, feel free to stay longer if you'd like to chat. Take care, everyone.